Ladies and gentlemen, this is a video that was probably due. I haven't been really uploading. This view is really nice. I just wanted to document what I've been going on and what's been things looking like. So at the moment, I'm just focusing on the podcast. I've taken my minds off of like web agency and building a tech startup. What I've been focusing on is building an internal community of young entrepreneurs my age, very small, like 40 people, who I think are high quality and people who are noteworthy individuals. People who are not trying to get for the quick money, but in this for the long term, and people who have skill sets at a young age, which is quite rare to find. And the other focus is the podcast, of course, and it's been growing somewhat. I am currently looking for investors, possibly, or just I want to accelerate the growth, and I've been struggling with it, with just school down my throat. It's just I keep accelerating it. Like recently, I had a guest $46 million, another guest $25 million, and then I have other guests that in the future are getting lined up, and I'm trying to set up a trip to Tokyo, a trip to Australia, a trip to San Francisco, but I need money for that, and never more outside of money, which I can make. It's just the time and the lack of ability of this rigid structure. I'm not sure if I am free this or this time. It's just like what is happening, I'm not really sure. And my family, of course, just trying to keep it. It's been very tough, and I don't think that balance is something I should be looking for, especially at this current moment with everything, with my what I want out of it. Because this podcasting thing is nice and all, but it's not the end goal. Definitely not. And I want much bigger things, but podcast is leverage, and I fucking enjoy podcasting and the way around it, but I want to grow it, and it's just so hard. And I've been putting my mind off on doing it to the absolute best. I think because this is one of my mentors, David Park. In his Twitter, he has a startup called Genia. He's a college dropout. I sometimes ask him questions. Super great guy. And he told me he has a banner which is burn the boats, and some people disagree, and I'm not sure. I just can't imagine myself going to school and going to college and forcing myself to just learn. I'm okay, and I've never really academically struggled, but I don't want to excel it. I don't enjoy it. I just don't see the future. I mean, maybe for a corporate job and those things it helps greatly, but that's not really what I'm looking for. And so I'm just like, why bother? Why not just build? A lot of my mentors, I realize, are either they finish high school early or they drop out of college. And when another mentor of mine, he's a partner at a pretty big venture fund, he told me that there's these sacrifices that come with every choice you make. And if you choose not to go to, and if you try not to go to the best university in the world, like Stanford or Ivy Leagues, those have really good brand value, and you're basically taking away that potential, and that's a big risk you're taking in some ways, and the safety it could have given you, and in some ways, and in a large way, it could help. I'm just not sure. I just can't. Maybe it's an emotional response. It is a lot. Maybe not the most logical, but I know I can learn these things on my own. Why do I need a college to do it? I know I can meet these professors on my own without having to. So that's just been my thought process, and I've been struggling quite a lot with just managing school, and I'm really excited for summer break. I've had a lot of opportunities coming through, a lot of chances, and sometimes it works, which I'm super grateful. Sometimes it doesn't, and I think I need to kind of maybe I have large expectations, but maybe continue with it with this expectation that most will not work out. In the end, it'll work out, but you just need volume, and you need to keep improving, but that you will meet a lot of failures and a lot of rejections. One of my mentors, when he raised a lot of money, he got, I think he said 50 or something crazy like that amount of rejections, and he's raising for a lot of money. His business is quite big, so it's like, why would people reject, And even at that pace, the fact that people reject, that kind of made me realize, oh shoot, at whatever stage I am in life, I'll have a lot of rejections, I'll have a lot of stress, I'll have a lot of pain, I'll have a lot of people hating on me, a lot of people saying no. And for whatever reasons, I think I stopped questioning myself on, is this the reason, because ultimately you'll never really find out. Ultimately you can't even, at least my belief is that you can't fully understand who you are and fully understand what drives you, because there's so many things, and if it's unconscious, it's really hard to be consciously aware of it. And since everything is so mixed, there's so many things you could say is a reason, and you find general reasons, like large reasons why so, but there must be little things which somewhat affect it. So that's been my current thought process. But yeah, the podcast has been going great. I got 10,000 views total in my lifespan, and I've had 200 subscribers. My hope is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of quarter two, which is the end of June. And goal is to get 100,000 views in total, and also just keep increasing it. Get some form of revenue coming in, so that I can further it, or find a co-founder who is around my age or even older who is willing to put in, full effort. And that's something really hard, so yeah, I've been just trying to think of what I can do. I've had some people who might be interested in investing. They were saying message me, and I'm just not sure if I should, but I should probably go ahead and do it. And I've had thought process of launching different kinds of businesses. I know I can build a web agency. I've already done web clients. I kind of quit because there's so much work to do, and I just didn't know how it would be future proof. So my thought process is just, I don't know. There's so many people I meet who do so many different things, and I think it's just focusing on something. And I am internally driven in some ways by podcasting. I enjoy talking with someone, learning and having conversations. That's something that really I enjoy, and it's a skill set I'd really love to learn, which is communication, building relationships, which is something I've struggled with for so long. That I'm so happy every time I network, and every time I meet someone that I don't think I'm exceptionally skilled, but that I can at least talk, and I can continue the conversation. I can set up meetings, and that they're willing to come to the coffee meetings for someone like me, who's 17-year-old and not that successful, not that much things going for him. And I'm just saying this. This is a documentation of my journey, so I'm really curious how this will all pan out in the future. But yeah, that's been it. Just fucking grinding it away, and I've been trying to kind of, I think it was Simon Squibb, if I'm correct, and he had a video, and he actually started podcasting first, and he sold, I think, in some form of agency for a couple $100 million, which is very good. And he was telling about how he goes about managing his plans, his future goals, and it's not this like documentational style, which I fucking hate. I've always been a bad essay writer. I've not been that. I really love mind maps, and he actually recommended using a mind map, and that wasn't something I never really thought of. So I've been trying to, and I should create a mind map of where podcasting and my life goals all align. But I think I need to go to the extreme. Honestly, just my mind doesn't. It struggles so much. It's so hard, but it's not actually. Not gonna lie. I'm always grateful, and I'm thankful for all this. All this opportunity, the fact I have a functioning brain, and I think my brain works pretty fast, that I can actually speak to people, that I can speak a language which they call English, which is so helpful in my life. And the fact I'm a third culture kid. I come from Kyrgyzstan. I grew up in Korea, but I studied in American school most of my life. So I think that's something I'm just so tremendously grateful for. And every time I look up, I have these beautiful views. You can see these background, super nice. You can't forget how fucking grateful you are. The fact you can get a coffee drink, the fact I can go home, and those are things I think people forget. I'm just constantly trying to be grateful for. And yeah, I think this is due time to meet again with some of my mentors and just have a longer conversation, try to get their help on my vision and stuff, because those are things I've been really questioning. I've been trying to open up more time, for relationships, for friendships, and for dating and stuff. So that's been a part of my mind as well. I think those are very important parts of my life. But I'm trying so many different things. I'm like, this is it doesn't make sense. It's, at least from the philosophy I follow, or I'm trying to follow, just focusing on very few things and trying to excel in them, because you can't excel in everything. I just think it's the harshest truth I realized. I think it's Warren Buffett who said it, is that you can be anything, you just can't be everything. So yeah. Ladies and gents, this was this is a video. This is day 1 starting again. I'll probably this once a week or something like that. If you guys enjoyed, we love comments and likes, what you liked, what you didn't like. I'm gonna try to improve it, not just make this me blabbering on, but I hope this blabbering on might be helpful for some people. And yeah, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gents, and I hope you enjoyed.